the truth has now appeared. Today we have the apples versus the oranges, the retards versus the morons.
Jack, tell him.
Who will win? Only time will tell.
Yes!
On the left we have Crafty Chris and the retards. On the right we have the retards and not Crafty Chris. This is quite an intense gaming format, if I do say so myself. As I take a drink from my bottle, you will then begin to see how the game forms into one. They have a choice of 2 players remaining. Who will win? You decide. In the next video. The choice has been chosen. The teams have been made. It will now begin, hopefully, at some point. At some point. You will click accept. At some point. At some point. Hopefully today. Oh, they're going through maps, probably. Okay. Maybe at some point later today. Hopefully. Come on, fucking pick your characters. At some point, hopefully today. Hanamura has been picked. He's now entering the game. Hold on, everyone.
Initiating match.
The truth returns. As the intenseness of the assembling of heroes is about to begin. I have no idea who is on what. As I said here and go for a Tourbillon Baptiste Mercy Sigma Arissa. Interesting. And as the... I'm guessing these must be the attackers. I'm guessing the red people are the attackers. I'm going for a Ryan Zarya comp. Very interesting. Not used in the current meta very often. Hanzo Symmetra. So interesting comp. Interesting attack. As our defenders here go for a very strong defense with the Tourbillon. Jazzy has still not picked on the attacker side. He has now picked Lucio. So going for a good speed attack here. As the boys go in. Will their Symmetra teleport them? They do not know. The Symmetra is teleporting them straight up top left as they move around the sides. Damage is being held from each side, but the attacking team gets the first pick. Very winnable from their perspective, unless the Mercy gets a huge res. Oh, the Mercy gets a huge res. So they walk in slowly but surely on point. The Sim goes round the side at the back, trying to get a laser beam in. Pulling them on top. They almost get a tick. They receive their first point. Almost time ticks in. They get their second point. Very well for the attackers on this point. The defenders do get a pick, but too late. Too soon. The defenders The defenders, the attackers decide to go left side, actually with a change of heart. As Zarya is very high charge, they do not want to lose any of this charge. They need to move in as quickly as they possibly can. As Zarya sitting here at probably 100 energy. There's only so much their double shield can do for them. They drop the immortality. Oh, and they get the picks. The picks come through for the attackers. Quite even though for this. The Mercy goes in for a Battle Mercy, very low though. The Tourbillon comes in, gets the big attacks. And an easy sweep for the defenders. The Mercy shoots her shots, hoping, praying to get a good attack. As Jackanal 62 tries to get something. Oh, they go for the huge Symmetra barrier. Onto point, but the Doomfist is coming down. Will he get a pick? He gets a pick onto the Symmetra. Huge pick for the attackers. The defenders, sorry. They then decide to use Drain, and they are down. They are down. They are losing this point. The Tourbillon turret and the Doomfist is a bit much for Lucio and falls down. At the ability to escape. They switch to a Sombra trap. Sombra goes around the back, hoping to go for a big attack, thinking she's alone. Waiting for her chance to shoot her shot. When does she make it? The team goes in. The Tourbillon notices this Sombra and kills her straight away before she can even translocate. Huge for the attackers. Truth returns as he slurps down on a massive hot dog. The immortality is dropped onto point. The defender's looking very low at this point, but the attackers pull back. Huge nut onto point and get the picks. Huge res comes out, and nothing really they can do. With a huge team kill, it looks like it is over. Now, the defenders seem quite paranoid of this Sombra. Not knowing where she is can always be a huge hassle on everyone. But they have uncovered such a ghouly wretches. Oh, Reset 622 gets the lucky shot onto the Invis Sombra. Starts shooting his shot yet again. A Sigma ult is used on point. A lot of damage in. The defenders looking quite hopeful for this one. With only a minute left, and there's not even a tick on second point, could they even get the win on this? the full cap. As confirmed from suspicion, the tanks are awful, as I've just been told, on the attackers. Oh, ow. Oh shit, ow. They received their first tick. The attacker's not very happy about this. The defenders popping off. Is this possibly a win? Is this possibly a cap? A cap in overtime, is it possible? As they start to switch to the stall characters, is this even doable? Is this even doable? And they get to the cap in overtime. As the Druth slurps down on his massive hot dog. Who will be lucky enough to see the Druth in his fullest form. The assembling of heroes is being made. What? As Croft Diniger comes into the comms, he reframes his statement of Jared is a pussy. What he does not know is that Jared is actually the most humble human being ever to be created. As we see, it is now the red team's turn to defend. How good will their defense be? We don't know. With double shield, Symmetra and Doomfist, there are a lot of hit scan potential against a Fara Mercy. Will they use their brains, or will they lose their heads? As they sit here and go for a triple DPS, are they actually going to play the triple DPS comp? Note the Hanzo switches. As they go for attack Bastion Symmetra. Attack Bastion May instead. Symmetra. Solo tank, double healer. They go around the right and suddenly realise they have a Symmetra. They go in for the full freeze, hoping to split their team apart. They move forward with their point, but their Bastion is taking too much damage. Without the double barriers, once the Orisa is out of barrier, it is almost over for them. We're defending on the high ground. Doomfist comes behind! Doomfist comes behind! Will he get a pick? No, he gets murdered. The Bastion getting the huge fix. The Orisa looking very low. Quite an even fight at this point. 3-3. Right, with those turrets on point. The Bastion gets the big shots. May misses her shot onto the turret. And the attackers will take first point. As I see now on the first point, they could have quite happily taken the recontest, but they choose not to. The Mercy waits for the attack. Franco will pot shots in, but gets nothing. As they move down main, still with their strategy. Starting up top behind. Oh, this is huge. Never seen before in the Overwatch League. Taking a high ground positioning. They throw down their Symmetra barrier. Is it too much for them to handle? No one knows. They push to the right. They freeze the Mercy. Get the kill on the Mercy. Anna goes to the right. They still stay on top. The Coalescence comes out. A lot of damage coming in here. Is this even doable? The anti-nade comes in. The Bastion has been killed. Can they get the result? No, they cannot. They do not have a Mercy. The big freeze comes out though. But the teleporter is on point. Without even a tick, is this doable? The Nano comes out, but the Mercy is killed yet again. But they do have the respawn advantage. The Orisa is killed. The Ana falls down, but the Sigma ult comes out. He gets the kill on the Symmetra. Not even a tick for the attackers. This is what I like to call some sad N-word hours. They decide to switch their strategy, swapping off of the Symmetra onto a Sigma for double shields. Putting more into their Bastion and less into mobility. How does this work for them? We will find out. Hanzo comes up, gets killed by the Bastion. Yana comes out, gets killed by the Bastion. A double kill. Is this enough? Turrets are still on point. Lucio gets killed by the turrets. They use Coalescence, but none of the turrets are being destroyed. The Mei comes in, trying to get the freeze. Will she get the Sigma? Sigma's frozen. Where are the attackers? They throw the big freeze on point. Getting 2 ticks. Could this be it? They throw out the beat drop on point. The kills are coming in, but very staggered. They're respawning before they even killed them. The Sigma dies. The Moira dies. The Mei dies. The kills are still coming in, but with the respawn advantage, are they just throwing? Indeed they were. Indeed they were. They come in throwing a couple pot shots out, hoping to get something, as the Truth stands up to go for a piss. He will return very shortly. Hold on, I'll put us in a better position so we can see this. I'll do it like there. Like that seems good. The Truth will return very shortly.
Seconds remaining. Seconds remaining.
As the Truth returns, overtime ticks down. Crafted Chris's team is lost. Orange team wins, and sad times are commenced. A rip in chat is put for all of our fallen soldiers. Play of the game is won by Mercy One Trick playing a Tourbillon. The cum is put on to the point. The tourbillon goes for the fat kills. But yet, it was too overwhelming for crafty Chris. The overwhelmingness comes and consumes them all.
Jared.
As the fight is played out in full. Jackanot's team falls into a pit of fury. No one knows what to do. The sadness falls into a coma. And Jackanot has given up on life.
It's so frustrating.
The suicide is commenced.
They're such a shit team as well, that's the annoying bit. It's so bad.
I was so surprised you actually lost that. That was terrible. Oh,
I
that's
know.
sad. I'm so surprised.
Yeah, I didn't play well.
As
and
Crafty
neither did
Chris
anyone
removes
else.
Mercy One Trick into the spectator mode.
Yeah, it's pretty fucking shit anyway. Oh,
Yeah. See ya. Well, that's all we have for today, folks. Your boy at Truth signing off on this Overwatch League commentary. Please do make sure to like, subscribe, and comment on the Truth. Thank you all. I hope I've given you a good evening of entertainment. Please make sure to like, subscribe, and comment on the Truth. Yes.